Sending that person to Nigeria at the eve of election, after Obama even issued a statement directing Nigerians to vote for the next chapter, that tells you something. And we should not sweep these things under the carpet. If a foreign country, whether African country or even America or any other country, interferes with our own elections, we should mention it.
Hello guys, I want us to watch this video. It was an interview done by the former president of Nigeria, Goodluck Jonathan. Just listen carefully to what he was saying, and then you understand how the whole insecurity issue in Nigeria is all about. Please, watch.
The level of interference by the Obama's government was very overwhelming. It's not as if I couldn't have won the election even with that. But if by my own thinking and also the way some other people look at it, they go outside the normal diplomatic relationship, then it should be mentioned. Sending that person to Nigeria at the eve of election, after Obama even issued a statement directing Nigerians to vote for the next chapter, that tells you something. And we should not sweep these things under the carpet. If a foreign country, whether African country or even America or any other country, interferes with our own elections, we should mention it. Immediately the Chibok issue came up, we expect Nigerians to be concerned. How do we get these girls out? Within a couple of days, we saw people going to the US with Bring Back Our Girls placards. How? Why? And of course, the Mrs. Obama received one of those placards. I cannot take responsibility for the abduction. I don't control Boko Haram. They are criminals. But as a president, of course, you know, it's not the president that go to the field. You have security and intelligence officers that do the work. Let me admit that, yes, maybe they do their best, but their best was not good enough for us to recover the girls. That does not mean that I'm trying to remove myself from any blame. Yes, I may not be blamed for the action, but I could be blamed that my security and intelligence system are not strong enough to be able to rescue the girls.
More too often, right, there are so many backdoor deals that we, the common people, are not preview of. That is for sure. And sometimes the things or the deals that our politicians make on our behalf is despicable. Most of the times, those backdoor deals do not really benefit us, the common people. Sometimes it just benefits them and let them keep their power, let them keep on stealing. Now, I understand that Goodluck Jonathan here cannot say every single thing because he might be worried about his own personal security, and there are many things he cannot say, lest he fall into trouble. But if you read between the lines, you will see that the way he stepped out of power wasn't by his own making. He might have been told to do it. He might have been quietly asked that, listen, sir, we like you. We don't want something terrible to happen to you. So it would be nice if you just go quietly and then start collecting your pension as the ex-president. We will not investigate you. We would give you a home to stay in Abuja, but just move out of Aso Rock. Please, for your own sake, do that, allegedly. That might have taken place. That might have taken place. And also the whole issue of Boko Haram and the insecurity in Nigeria. I think many people have speculated that Boko Haram is not just about the Northerners trying to separate themselves from Nigeria. That there is more to this so-called Boko Haram than we know. That there are many people doing many things behind the scene. They are like the boogeyman. They are the one playing everything behind the scene. And the Boko Haram is just like a puppet doing the bidding of his master. Many people have speculated that. Because how can you believe that a country as mighty as Nigeria? I have always envied Nigeria and Nigerians because I believe, not I believe, but I know for sure that Nigerians are very smart, okay? They are very creative. They have the manpower. How come they cannot defeat Boko Haram? Question number one. Question number two. How come insecurity in Nigeria just keep on getting worse and worse and worse every single day? How come? How can that be explained? How come? How come? I have always told you that Western influence is just so much in Africa. And our leaders, due to their own personal selfishness and greediness and self-centeredness, have consciously or unconsciously sell out to the white man, sell out to Westerners, sell out to Western governments. And this is where we found ourselves. But there's one point I would like to differ with Goodluck Jonathan. He said that the adoption of the Chibok girls wasn't his responsibility because he wasn't the terrorist who adopted the girls. And also, he's just a leader, not the security forces who are supposed to be on the ground to rescue or push back against insurgency. That point I beg to differ because as the head of state, as the commander-in-chief of the armed force, you are responsible by default. You are responsible. And if the security nature of the country just keep getting worse and worse and worse, it is your failure, not just that of the security personnel. Because you are the head of state. You are the head of all the security agencies in the country. So if your subordinates, if your junior staff can't get a job done, you, the leader, is responsible for it. So, Mr. Goodluck Jonathan, I understand what you're talking about. And I understand how difficult it must have been for you to govern Nigeria. And I understand that you might have been pushed out. You might have been asked to leave out of your own will. Maybe not. But you are responsible for security. You are responsible for the safeguarding of the nation. It is your job to make sure that all Nigerians are safe and secure. And if some Nigerians are not safe, you are to be held accountable. That is just it. That is just it. Let me make this one final point before I go. Like I have always said this, and I will keep on saying it again. Western government's involvement in Africa, no good. Western foreign policies in Africa, no good. Western aid and donations in Africa, no good. no good. When Western governments get involved in Africa, it's not for the safety and security of the African people, but for what the Western governments stand to gain from Africa. They are not involved in Africa because they love us, the Africans. No, they do not. They are not coming to Africa because they want to see us thrive and become a prosperous nation. That's not even their responsibility. That's not what they are in Africa for. They are in Africa because of what they can get from Africa. We all should understand this by now. And we all must always remember this. Do not think for a second that the Western government, maybe the French government, the Italian government, the British government, or the American government would get involved with any issue in Africa because they care about the African people. No, they don't. They've never. They won't. If it doesn't benefit them, they would not get involved. They won't. If they really love Africans, they will not be pushing the refugee boats back into the sea, allegedly. If they really love Africans, they will not make visa procedure for Africans way more harder than other races, allegedly. If they really love Africa, they will not make immigration, asylum policies so difficult for African people, allegedly. So, we Africans must understand that we are on our own, and it is only us who are going to fix Africa. No one will do that for us. So we must take responsibilities for all our failures. We must work harder. We must keep our heads straight. And most importantly, we must all get involved. This is our collective responsibility. We have to get involved. Every single one of us must get involved. There is no time to sit back and relax. There is no time for that. So to you guys out there, let us know your take on what former president of Nigeria, Goodluck Jonathan, said in this video. Do you think that America might have a hand in the worsening insecurity nature in Nigeria? Do you think that America might be the boogeyman behind the whole Boko Haram problem? Let us know in the comment section below. Because like always, we love hearing what you have to say. Please do us a favor by liking this video, sharing it, subscribe to this channel because that helps us so much and we shall forever be grateful to you. So thank you very much for doing just that. And like always, see you in the next one.